Und hallo, herzlich willkommen zurück bei Honkai Story. Und wir machen hier weiter mit der 3.3 Version Story weiter. Let's go.
The chromocopter is vibrating.
Was ist das?
This is the divine object of the Sky People, the chromocopter. Our ancestors dictated that when a descendant of the Sky Folk is ready to challenge Akula again, they must first awaken the spirits of their ancestors with the chromocopter and receive their benediction. Only after this can the chosen Sky Folk reascend to the heavens.
Soll damit verhindert werden, dass unqualifizierte Personen sinnlos ihren Leben verließen?
Very prudent, wouldn't you say? The soul of an ancestor slumbers here. Now, I will awaken them. I am Hyacinthia from the Twilight Courtyard, a descendant of the sky who has inherited the duty of flame chase. The time has come to fulfill our clan's destiny. I will join the heroes of the prophecy to return to the sky and retrieve the core flame. Ancestor, please bestow upon me your generous blessing.
Who has awakened me?
It's I, Hyacinthia, a descendant of the Sky People. I apologize for interrupting your slumber. You are Lord Crispus, aren't you? I've read your story in our family tree. You were a righteous judge who vindicated many who were wrongfully accused.
I never imagined someone in this era would still remember my name. So, our bloodline and duty have continued to this distant age.
Indeed, it has. I have awakened you in the hope of receiving your blessing. For the flame chase journey is nearing its perfect conclusion, and retrieving the core flame of Akula is the final challenge the heroes will face.
Perfect conclusion. Hyacinthia, you look very young, and you do not have the bearings of a warrior. How can you convince me that this blessing will not turn into a curse, leading a child like you to...
1,000 years ago, Seliosi, who conquered the skies, left behind legends and a will, entrusting the mission to return the Sky Titan's core flame to her descendants, to people like you and me. Though I'm not a warrior, I will not turn away from the mission that has flowed through our blood for 1,000 years. And I am not fighting alone. I have the strongest and most tenacious companions in the world. Amphorius is in an era brimming with heroes. The burden of retrieving Akula's core flame no longer rests solely on the shoulders of the chosen Skyfolk. I now wield the power of healing. I aim to mend the fissures in the sky and heal the wounds of the people. I desire to define the mission of the Skyfolk in my own terms. To conclude the vigil.
I sense resilience in your words. Not an outward resilience. Receive my blessings, young Hyacinthia. May you gain wings to return.
Thank you for your trust, Lord Crispus. We won't let you down.
Glück gemacht, jetzt sind wir.
Thank you. My ancestors were all pretty strong-willed people. It won't be easy convincing them. I've run through these upcoming conversations in my head more times than I can count. Now, the next ancestor on the list. Her spirit is said to rest in the vortex of Genesis. Pity that the ceremony has to be performed in strict order. Shall we head?
Der Strudel der Genesis. Also. Ich hätte da einen Vorschlag. Erinnerst du dich, wie du mir vorgeschlagen hast, die geheimen Künste des Wassers an den Priestern zu erlernen? Ich habe das in meiner Freizeit geübt und einige Fortschritte gemacht. Jetzt kann ich, solange ich Geisteswasser bei mir habe, diese Techniken anwenden, um einen Pfad direkt zum Strudel der Genesis zu bannen.
Oh, I remember. I didn't expect you to keep at it this long. That's so like you, Danny.
Im Vergleich zu den Strömungen in meiner Heimat sind die Gewässer von Imperius eher wild. Es war nicht einfach, sie zu bändigen, aber jetzt habe ich den Dreh raus.
That makes sense. Bagusa was always described as a fickle titan in the myths. Since you're offering,
Da du
then let me put your skills to the test, Danny.
anbietest, lass mich deine Fähigkeiten auf die Probe stellen, Danny. Das ist das mit dieser Technik errichtete Tor aus Geisteswasser ist nicht so stabil wie ein Ritualbecken. Es wird wahrscheinlich nur eine Person durchlassen. Und so wie die Priester es entworfen haben, dient der Eingang gleichzeitig als Ausgang. Du musst durch den Strudel zurückkehren, sobald du den Geist deiner Vorfahren getroffen hast. Der kleine Ika und ich werden hier auf dich warten.
Got it. I'm counting on you, Danny.
Ich sehe auf dich. Unter den lauten Schritten ihres rasenden Tanzes verbirgt das Gedöse der Feier den Herzschlag der Welt. Geisteswasser, weise mir den Weg.
The vortex of Genesis. Unbelievable. Danny is bad. This does feel way more disorienting than the ritual basin. Wait, is Lady Treeby here too? And who is that next to her? Oh, I think I know who that is.
Do you have to go already, Syphie? It's been ages since you were last in Akama. You could have taken some time to rest, and we could have...
That's alright, big sister Treeby. I've gotten used to life on the road. Staying in this bustling city actually feels off. Besides, your prize student gave me an incredibly tough mission to handle.
Cut Snowy some slack, Syphie. He's still so young, yet he's shouldering all the responsibilities Aggie left behind. Besides, Snowy's not the kind to ask for help lightly. Since he came to you, it means you're the best person for the job.
You really spoil him, big sis Treeby.
Guess I'm past the age for someone to look after me.
Just kidding. I get it. That deliverer boy does have a certain charisma about him. Anyway, I'm about to head out. Oh, big sis Treeby, before I go, got a little gift for you.
Well, didn't expect you to be so thoughtful.
That's a part of the game, too. If you want to see the full picture of what's inside, you'll have to wait until nightfall.
A gift with a mysterious twist? Seriously?
Huh? Looks like we have company.
Lady Treby, and this graceful lady must be Miss Cypher. I'm Hyacinthia from the Twilight Courtyard. Everyone calls me Hyacinth. Pleased to meet you.
Bright and cheery as a lamp. Well, hello there, pink child. I'm Cyphera from the long-fallen city-state of Dolos. As for the rest, it's all in the history books, so I don't need to repeat it here. So, you're from the Twilight Courtyard. Does that mean...
Yes, I'm a descendant of the Sky People, the Chrysos heir about to take over the authority of Sky.
Whoa! That's unexpected. I figured Celiosi's descendant would be... I don't know. Tall.
Don't judge a book by its cover, Syphe. Zinni is a master of her craft. She's the most skilled and dependable physician in all of Amphorius.
Don't worry, Lady Cypher. I may not be as strong and warlike as Lady Celiosi from 1,000 years ago, but I'm confident I can carry out the mission of the Skyfolk.
All this talk about missions, you're making it sound way too... You've got to look out for yourself, girl. Don't push yourself too hard. I'd hate to see that cute face all scratched out by Aquila's claws.
Syphe cracking jokes? Looks like you haven't forgotten what Aggie said all those years ago.
Anyway, I've got a mission to handle, so I'll get going. Good luck, Miss Hyacinth. And if things get tough, just let that deliverer take the lead.
Miss Cypher is in such a hurry.
Don't worry, she's always been like that. It's good to have her back in Alchema lending a hand. Oh, well, enough about her for now. You're here because of your mission, aren't you, Zinni? It's the perfect opportunity for me to go and tuck Syphe's gift away somewhere safe. The vortex...
Finde den Ahnengeist.
I will join the heroes of the prophecy to return to the sky and retrieve the core flame. Ancestor, please bestow upon me your generous blessing.
Child, what brings you before me? Could it be you're a descendant?
Yes, I am Hyacinthia of the Twilight Courtyard, the successor of the Sky People's flame chase duty. You must be Gem Electra. Legend has it that during the Chrysos War, you led our people to ally with Alchema and held back the Kremnoan forces. It was your victory that earned the Sky People a place in the Holy City.
Hyacinthia, you seem well versed in our clan's history. And this is the Vortex of Genesis?
It is. Look, 10 stars have already been lit. The Chrysos heir's flame-chase journey is nearing its end.
Are those the core flames of Fagusa and Giorios? Does that mean Hycelans and the Mountain Dwellers successfully carried out their duty? As fellow pillars of Amphorius, who would have thought that Sky's duty could only be fulfilled after 1,000 years?
It's because Sky shelters all beneath it. If it were to shatter, the world would fall apart with it. That's why Lady Aglaia made the core flame of Aquila the final step in our campaign.
Aglaia? Is she still on the flame chase journey after 1,000 years?
Unfortunately, she has recently left us. But you're right. She was indeed still guiding the Chryso.
Incredible. That girl actually managed to endure the merciless erosion of time. And lasted for so long. Answer me, Hyacinthia. Since you recognize me, you must have also read my writings, no?
Every record regarding my lineage is etched in my memory, including your words.
In that case, you're probably aware of the prophecy I sought from a certain Trebios.
Yes. At the end of the Rainbow Bridge, the Sky Folk will mend dusk and dawn. But unfortunately, no ancestor has ever been able to truly decipher its meaning.
I see. Yet, Trebios's prophecies never fail. Perhaps you'll be the one to witness its fulfillment, child. May the prophecy lead you to a gentle fate.
Thank you, Lady Ektra. Whatever fate the prophecy holds, I'll face it head on. It's only by giving everything we have that we can truly accept any outcome with a smile. Well,
I like you, child. I wish this conversation could go on a little longer. Take my blessing, Hyacinthia. When I first saw you, I indeed had my doubts. But your resolve has touched me. If Sky's divinity is fated to pass on, I hope it incorporates your optimism and kindness.
your blessing is a treasure beyond measure, General. Rest well. I'll make sure your gift is put to its best use. General Ektra is so different from how the records described her. She's quite a gentle person. All right, time to head back to the grove. I shouldn't keep Danny and little Ika waiting.
Bist zurück. Wie ist es gelaufen?
It went great. Your spirit water art was a huge help, Danny.
Würdest du mir verraten, was der Geist deiner Vorfahren zu dir gesagt hat?
What's wrong, Danny?
Was ist los, Danny? Nix. Es klingt, als wäre alles reibungslos verlaufen. Es ist nur, ich bin etwas besorgt wegen der Prophezeiung, die du erwähnt hast. Am Ende der Regenbogenbrücke werden die Himmelsbewohner die Dämmerung und den Morgen wiederherstellen. Irgendwie spüre ich einen Hauch von Traurigkeit in diesen kurzen Worten.
You've always been a bit of a sensitive soul, haven't you, Danny? Lady Trinan deciphers countless prophecies every day, and this one's just another among many. Don't worry too much about it.
Ich hoffe es.
Come on, Danny. Don't look so gloomy. We're gonna have to take a long trip for the final visit to the ancestors.
Wo gehen wir?
Our final stop is Lord Mighty's home, Castrum Kremnos.
Alles klar. Denn mal dahin.
We're here.
Wir sind
This
da.
is it.
Das ist es. Custom
Lord
Criminals.
Mighty has been fighting the Black Tide here, alone day after day. I'm worried about him.
Hat uns bereits mit dem Donner eine Warnung zukommen lassen, dass wir den Flammentyp im Auge behalten sollen.
That means he hasn't been consumed by the Black Tide's madness yet. We're here to complete an important mission. We shouldn't interfere with this battlefield. Don't you agree, Danny?
Das meine ich auch.
There.
Da.
That sleeping spirit.
Wo? Die Großmutter.
Yes, my grandmother Jacintha was a warrior. She represented the Twilight Courtyard in the Kremnos Fest. She fought her way through every challenge and reached the final stage of the Kremnos Festival. She was just one step away from securing a peace treaty for the Skyfolk, but was ultimately defeated by the champion war. I've never looked too deeply into the details of such ritualistic violence. The scroll simply described it as behind the glorious duel was a tragic end. Not long after the festival, my grandmother's injuries worsened, and she passed away far from home. This prophecy tablet was left here by the Kremnoans to honor her final wish. Her death marked the final collapse of the Twilight Courtyard, already fragile under the shadow of war.
Und der Krimorianische Krieger, gegen den sie gekämpft hat.
Was Lord Kratos.
Oh ja. Und doch hast du ihm das Leben gerettet, obwohl er jemanden seiner Familie ermordet hat.
Seeing him lying there, gravely wounded, bleeding out, I can't put what I felt at that moment into it. When I heard Lord Kratos took that fatal blow to protect Lady Trianne, all those tangled feelings faded away. To quote Lord Finan, Kratos must have done that to become a better man.
Es erfordert wahren Mut zu vergeben. Du bist genauso stark wie deine Vorfahren.
You're getting better at this, Danny. In her final diary entry, my grandmother wrote that when the moment of destiny comes, a descendant of the Sky People would deliver the message of their departure to her spirit. I wonder what she'd think when the one awaking her turns out to be her beloved granddaughter. I will join the heroes of the prophecy to return to the sky and retrieve the core flame. Ancestor, please bestow upon me your generous blessing.
Is this the world of the living? Wait. You.
Grandmother, it's me. Your Hyacinthia.
Hyacinthia, my little hummingbird. Why? How? Why is it you who awakened me? I have never imagined this. I thought I would feel happy for all my ancestors when this day came, but now I can't even experience the joy of seeing you again.
Do you remember that you and Father took me to my very first sky ride when I was 8? Back then, you wanted me to pick one accessory out of 4. The sun crown representing nobility, the storm bracelet symbolizing strength, the ice ring embodying wisdom, and the radiant pendant signifying kindness. Grandmother, do you remember the one I chose?
You spoke an innocent little prayer, infusing a faint thread of light to that modest pendant.
Yes, and I remember how surprised you were. In all those centuries, no other child of the Sky People had ever made the same choice I did.
Hyacinthia, there was a time when I thought you were a timid child. You never had much interest in swords or battle and had no relation to that fiery determination and strength in our blood. Yet I've
told myself, that's not a bad thing. If my hummingbird could live her life in kindness and optimism, then it'd be a good thing. I never thought the burden of retrieving the core flame of Aquila would fall to you.
Don't worry about me, Grandmother. I believe what makes someone a Skyfolk isn't just outstanding strength, but the capacity to shape the world. When the world cried out for a hero to challenge the gods 1,000 years ago, Seliosi stepped forward and began the flame. And now, as the flame chase journey nears its end, this broken world is crying out for something else. Healing. Isn't it poetic? A saga that spans 1,000 years, began with Sky, and will also end with Sky.
You're still as optimistic as ever, just like when you were a kid. If your mind is set, Hyacinthia, then carry your resolve through to the very turn to the sky with my blessing, and watch over this world on the threshold of salvation.
Grandmother, thank you. But I have one last request.
Speak, Hyacinthia. We should still have some time.
Before you go, could you tell me the tale of the Sky Hero once more? Just like you used to.
Then listen closely, my dearest hummingbird. After all, this will be... For millennia, the Titans waged relentless wars, leaving the world scarred and ravaged. A century of the Chrysos War plunged the nations into chaos and decay, until a spear, fueled by mortal rage, pierced through the smoke and flames that buried the prophecy of Aquila, the celestial shaper, the 100-eyed divine bird crowned with the blazing sun and wielding thunder. Those struck blind in 99 eyes by Nikador, they kept one eye glaring at the children of Twilight who received divine blessing, yet turned their weapons against the god. The Chrysos heir of the sky, Seliosi, the Day Thunder Knight, ascended the forbidden lands of the Eye of Twilight at dusk. To her left was the lion-headed Solipus the Sunlit Wings, whose roars breathed divine flames and scorched the world. To her right was the horse-bodied Lunibus, the Moonlit Plume, whose graceful steps trampled the stars in the heaven. The one warrior and her two beasts challenged the ruler of the sky, determined to seize the divine core flame through plunder. The Titans' every roar summoned lightning bolts, and their every movement stirred cyclones. The wounded Titan's blood poured down like boiling rain upon the world and converged into scalding in the final moments of battle. The sunlit wings set the Titan's wings aflame, while the moonlit plume sealed the divine body. The battered hero of the sky, with her wings broken and her body covered in wounds, struggled to lift her spear, and pierced the last monstrous eye. The Titan's divine body crashed to the ground, and with it, the fear and pleas of mortals urged the hero of the sky to Seliosi, the Day Thunder Knight, the first of the Chrysos heirs to slay a god in this world, charged into the crumbling body of Aquila. With her two fearless wings, she merged with the Titan, holding up the sky once more, only to leave behind a powerful message for the world. My descendants will be blessed and cross the rainbow bridge back to the sky.
Und zu Trailblättern. Ein paar Tage später in Mondlichtwolke.
Today's the day.
Heute ist der Tag.
Wow, I didn't expect it to be so lively up here. Are these people here to send off the Chrysos
Sind
heirs?
diese Leute hier, um die Erben von Chrysos zu verabschieden?
There's Sveinen. Let's go talk to him.
Also, lass uns mit ihm reden.
I know this is a big ask, Namazuni. I hope you understand.
Nemosione.
Please don't say that, Lord Finan. It's an honor for us to be entrusted with this task.
Go then. Let's hope our concerns don't come true.
I hope you all return safely, my lord.
There you are, partner.
Ah, da bist du ja.
You didn't oversleep this time, did you?
You like calling me that, don't you? Oh well, I've embraced it now. It doesn't even faze me anymore.
Sehr gut.
Ready, comrade? If all goes according to plan, if the curse separating M4...
Ein Tag auf der Erde fühlt sich 10 Jahre im Himmel.
Really? That's the first time I've heard that.
She just makes things up. Don't take it too
Nimm
seriously.
das nicht zu ernst.
You sound a little insincere there, buddy.
That was totally insincere, partner.
Sorry, I'm no help there.
Don't worry. Don Hung mentioned that Counselor Ligus can help you with that.
That would be a problem. Let's leave the emotion. That bumping seal game, didn't you teach me something back then? Crack the champagne at halftime to watch victory. The last mile is the hardest. That's from Don Hung. Same principle, just more elegant.
Hey, speaking of Don Hung,
He arrived before everyone else and climbed to the cliff top to wait for us. He's probably not keen on being the center of attention.
Lord Finan, please make sure you all come back safely.
Please defeat the indifferent eye of Twilight and restore compassionate...
Thank you all for your blessing, but I'm not the main
Miss Hunt?
She's not, just... While the flame... Let's extend our gratitude.
Hero,
Warrior from the Outlands, endowed with the might of Orynyx, the vanguard of...
After all this time, you should know when I'm just being polite and when I'm genuine. That praise was heartfelt, partner. Had I not trusted my instincts and put my faith in you and Don Hung, it's hard to imagine what might have become of Ak. The guest of honor has arrived.
Der Ehrengast ist da. Wer ist es denn? Ach so.
People of Akama, I've been blessed by the ancestors of the Sky People. They have agreed to bestow the 1,000-year mission to me and to have me claim the core flame of Aquila. Today, is the year 4932 of the light calendar. 1062 years since the hero Seliosi initiated the flame chase journey. I, Hyacinthia of the Sky People, am prepared to lead the children of humanity back to the sky.
History doesn't breathe evenly. At times, it suspends its breath for millennia, as though time is frozen. At other times, it pants rapidly, as if poised to topple the world and our civilization in an instant. Its hurried gasps have sparked a tempest, sweeping all of us along. Hyacinth, as an observer, you've witnessed, and now it's your turn to fulfill your duty. Please, guide us into the heart of the storm as the executioner of this mission.
Miss Hyacinth! May Mighty Mouse protect you!
What? Zuckerwusch. Piong. Wieder niedergeschlagen. Oh.
Splendid gods once walked the paths we walk.
Alas,
I hope the
all
Chrysos
that's
triumph
left of that warmth
and bring light
is a
to this
hazy
darkening world.
mirage.
Willst nichts erzählen, denn nicht.
To be immortalized in song, one must inevitably perish.
They'll surely seize the core flame of sky and bring the flame chase journey to its perfect.
Thanks for waiting, Dunham.
Habe auf dich gewartet, dann.
The team tasked with conquering Aquila has finally assembled.
Wir haben die Geschichte der Welt mit unseren Händen immer wieder umgestaltet. Ich werde die Trailbase-Expedition könnte sogar Akivili neidisch machen.
So full of energy, comrades. Seems I chose Hyacinth. It's all yours now.
Legend tells of the Sky Folk once divided into many tribes. The Sun Folk worshipped the sun. The Rain Folk were devoted to storms. And the Winter Folk waited for signs in the snow. Our ancestors lived under Aquila's light. Yet they were blinded to all but one color. They forgot that the light that illuminates the world is made of countless different colors. That's why the rainbow is my favorite. For not only does it reflect the many colors, it is also a bridge. And I want to use the rainbow bridge to link everyone's hearts and give hope to every soul on Earth. Ancestors, with the rainbow as your guide, lead me back to the home of the Sky Folk, a land we have not seen for 1,000 years. Oh, Rainbow Bridge, please guide us to ascend to the skies once more. Friends, let us soar together.
Fliegen.
Flying along the Rainbow Bridge is truly an amazing
Einfach unglaublich,
experience.
lang der Regenbogenbrücke zu fliegen.
The Eye of Twilight.
Auge des
It's
Zwirrlichts.
the legendary sky fortress of Aquila. I never imagined that one day I'd be able to step foot on it.
My ancestors once built a magnificent civilization among the heavens. The Eye of Twilight, which we are standing on, is the home. This must be where the hero Seleucus stood when she challenged Aquila and began the first step of the flame chase journey. We are here to end the journey she began. Even legends are corroded by time, but that won't change what we must do.
According to historical records, the civilization that worshipped Aquila once mastered advanced technology, which made their strategically located sky castrum the only force that could face Castrum Kremnos head-on in the Chrysos War. But they were divided within. The frequent wars started by the Chrysos heirs drained their power, especially after the prophecy descended.
Apparently, the division was between the two most important sky tribes, the Sun Folk and the Rain Folk. And Seleucus' frustration towards the endless strife among her people made her turn her spear towards the Titan above. After driving the enraged Titan to the brink of defeat with her two winged companions, they all vanished somewhere in the sky. Yet she still could not end Aquila, nor bring back the core flame of sky. Some say she sealed the wrath of the god within herself, trapping them deep within the Eye of Twilight to support the heavens of Amphorius forever.
In other words, she became one with the Titan. I would have considered it a fairy tale, but after seeing what happened with Professor Anaxa, not anymore. Has that Titan and that fused hero been looking down on the world from here for 1,000 years?
Gut, denn halt, damit wir was einfangen. Okay, fahr. Da war noch was zu untersuchen. So. Dann wirst das hier. So, gut, dann haben wir den. Oh, was hier noch? Stressabbau, das Video. Ja? Ja gut, dann war's das hier für die Folge. Und man sieht sich nächste Woche wieder. Bis dann.